New reports show that there is a surge in Gen Zers converting to Catholicism.
Why are more people converting to Catholicism?
Gen Z belief in God has tripled.
Hosting Catholic Mass on Roblox.
Now on its face, this would appear to be an odd pairing. A 2,000-year-old Christian denomination and the generation that grew up watching Human Centipede. But upon further review, I believe that Gen Z and the Ecclesia Romana are actually the perfect pairing. Now for some background, Gen Zers are those between ages 14 and 28, or as one priest put it, too old for my taste. Meanwhile, Catholicism is one of the oldest sects of Christianity, centered on the teachings of Jesus, reverence for papal authority, and some other stuff, I'm sure. I was raised Catholic, so I don't really know about that stuff. Now, admittedly, us Catholics aren't all that welcoming. Catholic Mass isn't exactly a warm experience either. There are a few points where you have to hit yourself and say how everything's your fault. And sure, some churches might have kneelers that come with cushions, but we all know the real ones are just hard, cold wood. If you haven't left Sunday Mass with rheumatoid arthritis blazing through your kneecap, safe to say you're going to hell. Because at the core of my faith is the crucial notion that you only deserve happiness if you've suffered. This is something we all say to each other after touching foreheads on Ash Wednesday, or as us Catholics call it, sex. However, on the flip side, it would appear that Catholicism in 2026 offers a lot of what Generation Z craves: community, divine fulfillment, being a dripped-out, sexually confused guy with a large following. Not only that, but many of the buzziest Cath conversions are happening to older Gen Zers here in New York, a city where, quite frankly, all of us are constantly stuck in a state of hellish worship. You know what I mean if you've ever stood on one of these things: Satan's pedestal. This means that many of the new converts are turning to Catholicism in adulthood, which is quite frankly the ideal time. If you can somehow become Catholic without having to grow up Catholic, then congratulations. You just did Catholic on easy mode. You didn't go through puberty thinking that Jesus watched you masturbate. You didn't feel overwhelming guilt playing video games with friends instead of helping your parents till the fields that don't exist. You never had to hide a boner in some tan wrinkly khakis during Mass while some local dad sings a terrible cover of I Am the Bread of Life at 9:45 a.m. You get to be baptized without the risk of an 80-year-old priest dropping you into a marble bird bath. And you can still watch VeggieTales in your free time if you want. Catholicism's agricultural Bert and Ernie, who for some reason have a hit song about a cheeseburger. Not to mention that the Pope you have now is some Twitter-loving fun guy from Chicago. Look at him. Look how friendly and welcoming that face is. You want to know the Pope we grew up with? Yeah, this was the man deemed closest to God, and not the one trying to kill him. So to all the Gen Zers who are finding themselves to be Catholic converts, well done. You're finding Catholicism at the most convenient time possible, and for that, I applaud you. I wish I thought of that when I was born, but I didn't, like an idiot. I'll see you all at Mass, and with your spirit.